I love you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Watery Aquarian. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading we're going to be looking at your relationship energy this week or weeks. We have two options here to choose from. They're both amethyst. So the first one is an amethyst point. And the second one is an amethyst cluster, and it has 3 owls. So a mother owl and 2 baby owls. Okay. So this is option 1 and this is option 2. So you can pause the video, choose a stone, let's get to it. Hello option 1, for those of you who selected the amethyst point, here's your reading. So let's get a card for your energy, then your person's energy, and then a card for the singles. Right. We have a card for option 1's energy, and that's if you're in a relationship. This first card, your energy if you're in a connection. Okay. Second card is your person's energy. Third card is for my singles. That's their energy. Feeling like hard to fit in, trying to fit in, hard to fit in. Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. Meek energy here. Okay, so let's see your energy. If you're in a connection, we have the Queen of Cups, Guardian of Cups, Queen of Cups. Beautiful. So you are in a very loving energy at that, very caring, compassionate, looking after everyone. This is also for some of you new love, right? So this could be you in a new connection or a renewal of a connection. You're finding your person attractive again. That's what I'm hearing for some. It's like being in love again and nurturing this relationship. So you're putting the energy in to nurturing the connection, the relationship. It's very precious to you. It means a lot to you, right? We want to see how much of this you're giving to yourself, but it definitely is you making sure that your relationship is well oiled, that everything is good with it. So you're doing your bit, right? Some of you might put your relationship on a pedestal, so that's something where you might have to be a little bit careful of, right? But you're very overprotective of it, very protective of it. I don't know why I said overprotective, but it really means a lot to you. There's an overseeing vibe as well, but it's like it's right now I see it. Okay, you're someone where you are very vigilant when it comes to your relationship, because we have here ripples. So you feel any type of change, any type of situation that is occurring in your relationship where your person might feel a way about something, like not be feeling the happiest, you pick up on it like that, right? And you jump on it. You make sure that you put the effort into healing whatever this ripple might be, right? You're very quick to making sure that your relationship doesn't have any issues. But a part of that is fear, because it does feel very much so like you're really on top of everything a little bit too much. You're guarding it, on guard, right? Okay, let's see your person's energy. The Ace of Wands. Wow. So it does feel very much so like a new relationship, right? Or the dominant energy that I'm picking up for this reading, because I have to put this out there, is that it's a new connection. a new relationship. So you might have known each other for a while and decided now to enter into a relationship or taking your relationship more seriously. And for others, if you have been in a long term relationship, it's actually a renewal, like sparks, adding the sparks, the fire back, right? So your person is in that very fresh, adventurous energy, wanting to make things happen, wanting to create, right? So it's like excited about the possibilities. And now I see why you are very much so on guard in the connection, because it's new or it's renewed, it's fresh. It's making sure that whatever mistakes you might have made in previous connections or you have experienced in previous connections, you don't want this to happen here, right? Your person also has an energy of being very active, being involved, right? Being involved in the connection. For some of you, it is someone that you do fear them finding sparks elsewhere. Let's just put it like that. It's giving me like fire vibes, like fire, even though it does represent the fire signs, but I read energy, right? So it's giving me the vibe of the like fire signs where they're very hot and heavy, and if they start to lose interest and the fire goes out, they're ready to move on to the next, right? So it's because it's all about keeping that passion going, and things have to be excited, right? Or exciting. So some of you might be afraid of that, hence why you're making sure that everything is on point. If you feel that get an inkling or a vibe that this person might be losing interest, right? You're on that quickly. Hence the guard card, right? But it's very exciting, very passionate, and it's like it has the potential of deep, passionate love, right? A lot of couple time, especially with the Ace of Wands, a lot of couple time, and that could be another factor where it is so good, your intimate relationship, that you're making sure that this doesn't go anywhere. You're making sure you're filling the needs. Hence, which makes sense with this fair card with the 9 of Swords here. Let's see our singles. Wow, the singles got the Lovers. Beautiful. So for some of you, you two are in connections, but it feels like someone that you truly gel with. You have the feeling of them being like we've done this before, like a soulmate, or you've had past life dealings. So there's a familiarity, right? For my singles who are no longer single or soon to be coupled up with someone that is actually their perfect match. Their perfect match. That is lovely. That is lovely. Your soulmate is coming, or your person, your ideal person is coming. That is lovely. Let's get some more cards. See, with the singles, you're now looking for a connection that is mature, right? So it's you're done with the child's play, right? You're done with the I'm trying to dip my toe in and see how it goes, right? See how the type of people that I like. See, you're done with that. You want something that is grown up, something that, again, where there is room for growth, right? Room for deeper, further commitment. Okay, may I have a clarifying card for the Guardian of Cups, the Queen of Cups? We have the Child of Wands. Okay, so it's telling me that with your past connections, some of you might have had some really not so good experiences, hence why you're doing this guard. It's saying for you with the Child of Wands to let go of any solid expectations. And what I mean by that is expectations where you put so much effort in the outcome, where the outcome must be a particular way or else. It's releasing that, because that's controlling, right? It's actually going with it. So with the Child of Wands, it's actually going with the flow in your connections, being open to exploring and trying new things in your connections. And it could be that you're in this energy, right, for some of you, and for others there's a need for you to be in this energy and not necessarily be in that very guarded energy where you're protecting the connection because it's so precious, to the point where you're ignoring yourself. So being open to new and exciting adventures within this connection for your, and doing things for yourself as well, exploring outside of yourself, right? It also is giving me the energy of this person is actually bringing that side of yourself out where you're open to exploring and trying new things. So it's not being in the energy of still holding on too tightly where you're missing out on the enjoyment of these fun childlike activities that you're doing with your person. It's also giving me the courage vibe with the wands, where you see the salamander, which is all about freedom as well, free expression and free movement, climbing up the Ace of Wands. And we have here the Ace of Wands for your person. So, wow. It's like looking to your person as someone that is the creative spark, the person that brings the passion, the drive to the connection. But it's saying that you possess that, or they will bring again that side of you out. It's finding your spark, finding that excitement within you yourself. Okay. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles for your person. Right, so they really are actually the ones that are making the effort in the connection, right? So they're bringing you out of your shell. That's for some of you. This person is all about, they entered your life even for that purpose. They entered it to inspire you, to give you that drive, to give you the opportunity to try new things that you were never open to before, right? This is also showing me that they're willing to work with you if you are open to it. So with, again, the Queen of Cups energy, where you're in that recipient energy, but also protective, it feels very motherly and very guardian-like. It's saying for you to kind of lighten up a bit, right? Lighten up a bit. Your person knows that you are loving, kind, and all of that. But now it's time for you to do. So it could be where you are actually like needing the reassurance emotionally, but now it's time to be more active in the connection, right? So showing your love with your actions and not necessarily with this whole guarded energy, trying to like police everything. Because I'm getting, it's strange, and it's the Queen of Cups at that, but there's a policing vibe because it's the fear of losing, or having a connection like not work out because of past connections. This is someone's story, by the way, but your person is here to show you that no, I am going to put the effort in, but I need you to also be receptive and open to trying new things, right? This is showing this person that you're actually fun as well. Coming out of your shell, I'm feeling. Okay, the singles card, the lovers. Please have a card for that. We have the Seven of Cups. Y'all got options here. Right. So with this card, it feels for my singles, being very picky, right? So I'm feeling that you may be turning down right? Some really good connections, or ignoring passing on some really good connections in the hope of meeting the one. That's what this is showing me here with the Seven of Cups. It's like, and for some of you, you've actually tried so many different connections, hoping that they're the one, and it's actually caused you to become confused and disheartened with dating. But what this is showing me, and this is a bit of guidance here that's coming through, don't put stock on the soulmate thing or the twin flame thing. Like, it has to be my soulmate, it has to be a twin flame in order for me to be happy. It's to release that energy, right? Not everyone is a soulmate, and don't enter into connections with that energy. Like, okay, is this my soulmate now? Or, you know, it's to just enjoy the person for who they are. A connection, a sacred connection, is coming, right? And it's a person where you both share similar interests, and it works, because we have here the DNA symbol as well. Could also represent you have a kid together, but you just work, you just flow, you just jive. And what this is saying is to just release the confusion of how soulmate works, those sacred connections work, and enjoy the process of meeting new people, right? Meeting new people, continuing to be in the Seven of Cups energy, where you're either trying different connections and saying, are they the one, are they the one, are they the one, or where you're turning people down, and then in the hopes of, well, my soulmate will just appear in my life. That's how you're going to miss out on this person. It's not being in that right energy. And this is done all through fear. This is fear-based energy here, guys. The one is coming. The sacred connection is coming. The connection where you both gel, it is coming. But there's some more work that you need to be done within yourself. Right? It's that releasing that Goldilocks syndrome. Right? Where this bowl, this situation is too hot, this situation is too cold, this situation, oh, it's just right, then it's not anymore. And it's just being comfortable with meeting new people, releasing the expectations. And it ties in with this card. I mean, even though this is for those in a connection with the Child of Wands, it's just being open to new and exciting experiences and people without heavy expectations. It must be this way, the connection must be, it's releasing all of that. It's too much pressure on yourself and on that other person. Imagine when your that sacred connection comes in. If you're still in this energy, remember, sacred connections don't always have to work. Sometimes spirit will change that dynamic because you're not in that right energy. You're not ready yet. They're not, you know, it's not they must stay in my life forever. Sometimes our actions can alter things, alter the outcome. So if you know what outcome you want, move towards it, but with light expectations, light control, not the it must be this way or else. Releasing that. Being more in the energy of the outcome is, I would like to meet someone that is on the same wavelength as myself. A sacred connection, spirit. And that's it. That's the outcome. And then you're meeting new people and having those wonderful experiences, life experiences. With the Queen of Cups, it's a similar situation. So instead of policing and trying to protect a connection, it's to live, it's to do, it's to explore, it's to try new things, right? Releasing that worry and that fear of losing. I think that's your theme this week, guys. Releasing the fear of losing. We saw the bottom of the deck card, the Nine of Swords, with that mouse and all those swords pointing at the mouse. Right? And it's saying, don't be that mouse where you're afraid of everything. You're afraid of moving. You're afraid of being yourself. Because Swords is all about, I mean, speaking your truth and thinking honestly and living in honesty. But afraid of being because you don't want to lose. And it's saying no. Explore. Be the salamander and not the mouse. Be the salamander where you're free to express who you are and to have new experiences. You're not afraid of losing either. Once you are afraid of losing, that's where you trap yourself in a box. Once you release that control and it's like c'est la vie, what will be, you will have a totally different outcome, an outlook. Everything will fall into place differently. And that mentality, not only in connections, but more importantly for singles who are looking for that sacred union, you must be in that energy where it's like, if it works, great. If I meet them, great. And if I don't, that's great too. That's the only way that you will find where all of that anxiety and fear is lifted and you're open to have those full and rewarding experiences in life. Okay, let's get a card from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle. May I have a card? Looks like that card don't want to pop out. Okay. Guess it doesn't want to pop out. Bottom of the deck, it says alive. Look at that. And it says, may you delight in vitality. Yeah, we gotta live, guys. You gotta live and be open to having great experiences, right? Personal experiences. So we have here compassion, right? And this is for the self-compassion part of this deck, because this is a healing deck and it's in 4 parts, right? So this says, may you tend to the suffering. So whatever you are suffering from, it might be like disappointments from the past that you've buried and not healed, but it will come through in your connection or future connections. That can actually change the outcome of what you want, because you're constantly either policing or doing the Goldilocks thing, not wanting to meet new people or trying new people and ending things because you don't think it's your soulmate or you're looking for your soulmate. It's having compassion for yourself and others, but in this situation, healing from the past. So doing a releasing ceremony, so you're not bringing this stuff into your new connections, right? And the releasing ceremony is everything that you've experienced that's heavy on your heart, writing it down on paper, going to the ocean or body of water and speaking it out and releasing it, truly releasing it from your body, right? So we have here magic, and this is from the gratitude and awe portion of the healing cards, and it says, may you flow with the divine. So spirit has this. So any concerns that you have, give it to God. Give it to God. And with the moon here, that's like buried deep emotions, fears. Give it to God. Speak to God and say, God, please help me with, and then you fill in the blanks, whatever you want help with, right? So we have here pause, and this again is from the self-compassion, and it says, may moments of calm sustain you. So having moments where you check in with yourself, see how you're doing in that moment, or asking, why am I feeling so anxious, or why am I doing what I am doing? What am I doing to block my progress in my relationship or meeting someone, right? And then we have here with the moving forward portion of the healing cards, believe, may the sea deepens your faith, right? Believing in yourself, in your connection in source, believing in source that all is well, believing in source that this is coming, but it's putting in the work. With the alive card here at the bottom, living, living, having the best experiences, the greatest experiences, right, that life has to offer. Okay, let's get a card from the My Healing Oracle by Danny Duarte. You can find it on Etsy. Fantastic healing deck. So this is going to be guidance or medicine for you guys. Okay, so we got 2 cards here. And we have here for your self-reflection question, how to let go of judgment. We have the tree, so this is the earth elemental, the subtle bodies, so it's tying in earth. We have the monkey, so we have here playful energy. And then we have the heart chakra, right? And it says here, the contagious light. I decide to use what I have learned to help humanity. Wow, and we have here the power symbol, a person and the world. So what you have learned, what you have experienced in the past, is it something that you're bringing into your connections and letting it control you? Or are you learning from the mistakes from the past and healing? So that's the question that you need to ask yourself. And needing to be in the playful energy with the monkey, right? Playful, being open to new experiences without heavy judgment, heavy expectations on the outcome, right? This is giving me like needing to be in alignment, right? Needing to be in alignment with yourself and your situation. So you need to be in alignment first so that all that positive energy is expanded outwards into your connections and friendships, etc. Right? But we have here with the contagious light. When you're good, everything else is good. So it relies heavily on you. So with the moon element as well, it's all about the releasing of, right? Releasing in order to ground your energy, this positive energy, being solid and sure of yourself, not needing to second guess. Okay, the second card is the path, and it says how to manage my challenges. We have another earth element. We have another, I believe that is the waning moon. We have the salamander, that's popping up a lot in this reading. We have the solar plexus chakra. Yeah, or the sacral. It's one or the other. And the subtle bodies, and we have the bear energy, power symbol. And it says, I control my impulses and structure my action plan. So what is holding you back? This is you recognizing this in your connections, the physical, right, aspects in your relationship, releasing it and being more again in this very free flowing energy. So releasing the shackles, especially with the salamander, releasing the shackles in order to again have new experiences moving forward, following the path to stability, following the path to commitment, right? Something that has meaning. And with the bear energy, it's like personal power without losing who I am, without losing sight of who I am. With the number 6, the tone of the card, it's vibrating at a frequency of balance, but balance in your personal relationships, your connections with others, right? Being very solid and stable within the self, controlling your impulses in some cases, of policing, of needing to jump in and prevent a situation that you fear from happening, right? It's handling it accordingly, maybe allowing this person to come to you instead of you policing it before it happens, right? So it's all about being mindful of your actions. Sometimes energetically, we bring about more energy that creates blockages, right? So it's the actions, what we do, be mindful of it. Wow, that's beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the amethyst cluster with the owls, here's your reading. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 tarot cards. 1 for your energy, if you're in a connection. 2, your person's energy. And 3, a card from a singles, right? You're going to see their energy. So, let's get some cards here. Whoops. May I have a card for option 2, please? Their energy. So we have here the Guardian of Swords, so Queen of Swords. Yeah, you ain't playing. Right, okay. May I have a card for your person? Okay. Let's see what energy they're in. We have the Hierophant. Nice. We're already seeing a very powerful couple here. Okay, may I have a card for the singles? The singles. Whoa, flyer. Wow. We have here the Elders of Cups, so that is the King of Cups. Nice. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Okay. Wow, guys. So, your energy, if you're in a connection, Guardian of Swords, Queen of Swords, you are definitely a force to be reckoned with. You are serious. You're in serious energy where you're serious about what you say, what you do, right? You are actually going through a period of clearing out bad habits, right? Releasing bad habits. That could be bad habits that you possess or things around you. So things around you, people, right? All of that. You're definitely focusing on being true to yourself. So this feels more like a personal journey. So you're in your connection, it feels like you might be married. So the more dominant energy in this collective reading is of someone that is in a long-term commitment or married, right? With the Hierophant here and the Queen of Swords. Now, your relationship might not be very sexual, right? It might not be very sexual, but it's one where there's trust, right? There's honesty. So there's no lying in this connection, right? You are really in this energy of it's really self-focused. Like I'm hearing finding myself. It's a very mature relationship, very mature, very intelligent, very professional. It's giving me like a professional vibe, but not necessarily too sexual, very cerebral based. Now with your person, he's more in, I'm saying he, it could be a she as well. But with your person, they're also focusing on their self, but more spiritual self. That is quite interesting. They're starting, it's like they're awakening to the self. They're awakening, they're going through a spiritual awakening, a spiritual realization here. They might be more religious or more spiritual than yourself, incredibly wise, right? You both are intelligent, but this person looks at things more in the divine sense or the spiritual sense, where you're someone that looks at facts. Now, remember, you can reverse this, right? You can flip these energies, but one person is more fact-based. What I see, that's where seeing is believing. That's the word. Seeing is believing, where the other one, they're more into the spirituality. Yes, seeing is believing as well. However, they're more open to the unseen, understanding the unseen. Like they get it. With the moon here as well, they get it. This is an interesting mix because there's something that your person is doing that's causing you to look within yourself, to reflect, to do some introspection work. And we have the moon here as well. Look at the moon here. I'm hearing growing as an individual, growing as a soul, and the moon in the Hierophant here for your person. You two are on different cycles in your spiritual development. Two different phases. Your person, yeah. Wow, actually, that's quite interesting. This person is about to go into a new moon phase, and you're coming into a full moon. So two different phases. That is quite interesting. It's like you bounce ideas and knowings off each other. This is the person that you go to for deep guidance, and you're the person that they go to for facts. What's in the present, what you can reach for. Facts in our realm, and their facts in the outer realm, the unseen realm. But you're seeking the truth within the self, and you could be learning things about your ancestors, your family, that you've cut yourself. Oh, some of you cut yourself off from your family, and now it's like you're looking to rebuild, reconnect with them. Wow. The ice is thawing here. Now we have for the singles, the Elders of Cups. So your energy, you're more emotionally balanced. You're ready to seek a connection, meaningful connection. You're open to it. You're in this energy of now moving towards being more vulnerable, more open in your connections. It was a period, it's like a period of knowing what you wanted in a mate, knowing what you wanted, and now you're ready to try it, put it into action, test it out, right? Getting to see people for what they are, so because it's great having an idea and a feeling of what you want, but of course what we feel when we actually meet people who are in that energy, remember they're individuals, so there might be certain qualities that you don't like or you may not like, or you may have to compromise on. So that's what this is showing me now. It's ready for you to step into this energy, to put what you are looking for into practice, to test it out. Wow, let's get some clarifying here. This can also be recovering from a breakup, and now you're ready to put yourself out there. Wow. This is also an energy that's popping up where someone, they're seeing the person, well, they're seeing their person. They intuitively know that that's the person that I'm going to marry. They're not communicating with them. They're just around them. They know of them, but they're not ready to take action yet. And it's like they've come to terms with it. They're comfortable with the pace, right? They're all right with it. It could also be where you're open to trying new experiences with other people before you venture out into this connection as well. Approach this person, right? Before you approach them. Okay, may I have a card, clarifying card for the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we have here the Child of Cups. Lovely. Look at that. You're thawing out. Look at that, you're thawing out. Lovely. With the Page of Cups, you're really now tapping into your emotions, your emotional body. It's like really blossoming here. For some of you, it's like parenthood has opened you up, opened up this side of yourself, opened your heart, started to open your heart. Could be for some of you where you might not have had the best childhood or the most loving parents, or more emotionally open parents, I should say. And you feared that you would be just like them, but of course you're not. You're more involved and wanting to be more vulnerable with your child, emotionally open to love, experiencing love with your child. That's for someone. But this, your heart is opening up and you're actually liking it. This could also mean healing childhood wounds. Yeah, revisiting your childhood, doing things that you used to do as a child that brought you great joy, right? Being open to that. But in your connection, maybe even desiring having children with your person. Okay, so we have here death for your person. Death, so a major transformation here, right? A major transformation. This definitely could be a child entering in, you know, having a child, and it's just changed the dynamics of your relationship for the better, because it's actually opened up your person's heart, right? So again, you can flip these, but you're more open to being a good parent. You're expressing emotions, right? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely an awakening here. Childhood wounds for some. Yeah, 8 of Swords. So opening up a can of worms that you didn't want to open up. Right, so let's see what's going on with your person. This wise one here. This is like preventing change. Why? The Hierophant is all about learning. It's like experience. It's like learning from your experiences, but not wanting change. Now, for someone's story, it could be where your person is pregnant, or you are pregnant, and your person is having a hard time adjusting to this change because they were happy with the way things were. Again, this could be your energy or your person's energy. It can also be adoption as well, you know. Adoption of a child, but a child in your life, and it's like, it's changing our dynamic here. The Hermit. The Hermit. They'll come around. They're gonna come around. It's just, it's a deep, it's a deep adjustment here, because it's bringing up things that were buried up to the surface, things that they deliberately buried. It's bringing it up to the surface, and they have to face it. They have to face it before this change occurs, right? For someone, it's like you were trying to conceive for a while, trying to have a baby for years, and it hasn't happened. And now, with tapping into this energy where you're working on your inner child, it's actually happened. You are now pregnant, but it's triggering. It's triggering each person differently. But one person is experiencing like, oh my gosh, you know, now you can take your foot off the gas of worrying, but it brings about all new changes and worries and fears. Can I do this? And then, of course, examining and looking at your own childhood and things, experiences that you've had, and how it's affected you, right? So it's being comfortable with the change. It's actually brought a lot of things up to the surface for you or your person. 8 of Swords, the truth. Look at that. And this is an interesting 8 of Swords, right? This is from the Spacious Tarot. But the sword was once here bound, and look, it's empty. It's now, you're facing your truth. You're choosing to step away from holding yourself back to facing the truth or your person. Okay, I want another card for you. Another card. Child of Cups. Queen of Swords. 5 of Swords. Again, this is a vulture though. standing up for what you believe in. This is defending. There is someone or something within yourself that you are defending at all cost. I'm hearing custody battle for some. It involves a child. Wow, this is... Can I have more information, please? Okay. 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 See, I knew she had to come out. So we got the Empress. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, I knew it. It's something to do with a child. Having a child. I mean, the dominant energy that is popping up is... Because the Queen of Swords is not necessarily the most motherly card, but of course she can. They say barren, but I don't think so. Right? It's more putting the energies into releasing things in your life in order to be open to the emotional body or the energy that is going to put you in the vibration or frequency of being more fertile, right? Being more motherly, etc. But there's a fear of pregnancy. It could be where you've had many miscarriages, and I can relate to that. And you've finally gotten pregnant and you're terrified. So this is someone's story of whether the pregnancy is going to be viable, right? Survive, or can I do this? Can I really be a parent? Both you and your person are actually concerned about this because of your experiences as a child. It's like trying and then boom, it's finally here, but I'm terrified. Okay. Okay, let me see. It's not an easy job being a parent, but it's a rewarding one. You can do it. There's no manual. It's very individually based, right? Right? So we got the Six of Swords here, right? Six of Swords. Look, move beyond this fear of can I do it, can I not do it, things are going to go wrong. Release the fears, because fears bring about negative results, right? There is fears where it's reasonable, it's so you don't jump into careless energy, but the fears that is showing up in this reading is fears that really serve no purpose, really, other than putting you into more fear, depression, etc., right? Holding you back and making you stagnant. We do have here the Two of Wands. So there is like a new journey, a new path, and a decision that needs to be made, right? But the decision is, can I do it? And the answer is yes, with the Ace of Pentacles. This is your opportunity to put everything, all the worries that you've had regarding being a parent, putting it to the test, but actually everything that you would like to be, like to do with your child, you're able to do it. Or what you've missed out as a child, you're able to do it, right? Now, with parenting, there's no manual, and it's not all perfect. It's one of those moment by moment situations, and it's being very relaxed and dealing with the situations that presents itself moment by moment, right? A lot of parents, we all made the mistake in the beginning of that whole textbook, everything must be perfect, like the child is a robot. It's a little individual that has needs, right? Just like we all have needs, but they have needs and they rely heavily on us to fulfill those needs. So it's to be very relaxed and with the flow energy, right? We also have here Temperance, so a thawing off. So with you doing your inner work, it's opened the floodgates to fertility and abundance. But now with this change, it requires you to be in the energy of balance, right? Being very balanced and again, relaxed and going with the flow, right? Going with the flow. Very easy, light and comfortable movements. That's what that's calling for. So I'm going to take these cards up because I do need to do some clarifying for my singles. So the additional cards I'm going to take up. Right. Okay, so for my singles, energies. Okay, so we have here the Hanged One, the Hanged Man. Shifting your perspective here, right? So we have someone, yeah, with the hangman, and look at that. This is Earth in the distance. You know exactly who you want, what you want, right? And you're just hearing like biding time, like you're waiting for the right moment to approach them. But what this is showing me is that you're not having other experiences while you were waiting for the right moment to approach them, right? You're emotionally balanced and ready, but you still feel that you're trying to either think of an approach, or it's like putting things off. There's things that I need to do before I move towards this person, right? And what this is telling me is it's time for you to have experiences, right? That's what it's saying. Like not to delay, not to delay, not to put things off. Let's get another card for you. Okay, so we got devil energy, right? So we got the devil. We have the Queen of Wands and the Magician. Wow. So this is some powerful energy here. So it's definitely calling for you to go out there and have, wait, right. What this is saying is stop obsessing over this person and just start making moves. Stop obsessing over them, right? There's a feeling of believing that this person is out of your league, right? You feel that this person is out of your league, and you might be throwing hints, like dropping hints to let them know that you like them. But this is saying to kind of stop obsessing and fantasizing and actually put some real action in, right? To letting this person know that you like them, or to build a friendship with them first, right? They have no idea that you like them. They have no idea, right? So it's like to now, all the skills, everything that you know about this person, what they like, what they don't like, it's saying to come up with a plan of action where when you present yourself to them, you're not going to come across as desperate. You're not going to come across as creepy. You're not going to come across as cold. You're going to come across as someone that is sure of themselves and is worth their time. A good match for them. I know that is so weird. I'm going to pull another one, but the bottom of the deck, it's saying the Nine of Wands, not to give up, but not to be guarded either, not to stand away from them, right? It's showing that you should be authentic, because you are someone that's an all-rounder. You are a good catch as well, and it's seeing that within yourself, that you are a good catch, but is to stop obsessing and putting this person on a pedestal, and actually see that you possess the same magnetism, right, and beauty, etc. as well. But it's you needing to be in that energy, confident, right, confident within yourself, to let them know that your ass is a catch too, right? Yeah, look at that. We got the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's movement energy here. So it's moving out of, again, the stillness and the delaying things and waiting to become perfect. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you wanting to be very, very perfect to impress. But it's saying that you're good enough at this point. You are deserving of this person and they're deserving of you. And it's to show your true self, right? And express how you are feeling, not in a creepy way, but more, it's starting out more friendly and to move this along, because there's a need for now momentum in this meeting. Yeah. 10 of Wands on the bottom. It's like you're making it out as more than it needs to, putting a lot of pressure on yourself. All right, let's get a card from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle. Okay, man. I didn't see it. That's too many. That's way too many. All right, I'm gonna take it. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, we have courageous. So this is for my singles, y'all. Courageous, but for everyone really. Even courageous to face a task of the new. Courageous to step forth in this awakening. Or if you're having a child, you're pregnant. Courageous to be open to the changes that's to come, right? But it says here, may each breaking wave build your courage, right? So may each obstacle that is broken, that is lifted, make you more confident in moving towards what you want. So we have wild. And this deck, it has 4 parts of healing. So this is the letting go, right? Energy. And it says wild, may you express all that you are. And it ties in with the singles, expressing that fun side of yourself, right? That true side of yourself. Letting them see who you are. Being raw, being vulnerable, being open. And if we're going to apply it to the relationship, the couple, it's that wild energy of the natural self. Diving deep and exploring that. Not running away from it. And it ties in again with what you want, what you desire. Or what you're running away from, facing it. So we have here love. And this is from the moving forward portion of the deck. And it says, may you dive deep into your passions. Diving deep into what you desire, what you love. Things, qualities and elements that you love about your person. Because that love is what, it's the glue that holds you together. The love, the respect, the compassion, the communication, right? But it overall, it's realizing that you possess this within. You're capable of loving and they're capable of loving, and you're both capable of receiving love. And in that, you're capable of giving love if this is the story of the child. We have here release. And this is from the letting go. Releasing, right? It says, may you lay down your burdens. The burdens of change. The burdens of change. Releasing that, giving that to God. Saying, God, please heal this. Please release this from me. These blockages, these burdens. What's holding me back? What's blocking me from my joy? Right? From me experiencing joy and seeing the potential that I possess. Right? So we have here journey. And this is from the moving forward. And it says, may you seek adventure. Seeking adventure by having the courage to step out, to show yourself and to approach someone for the singles. But also the journey of parenthood, the journey to the self. If this is an awakening for the couple, where you're each looking at yourself individually and growing as souls, which helps to bring that bond, that glue in your connection, that solidity. But this is the journey, enjoying the journey together, but also the personal journey to the self. And we have here accept, and this is from the gratitude. Accepting a situation, the changes, accepting the changes, and it's saying, may you receive what is as it comes, right? If you are pregnant and you're terrified, you were given this gift because you were ready for it. It's embracing and accepting it and moving along on this path and this journey and realizing that there's nothing to fear. It's all about growth here. You and your person growing as souls, and this child being able to share your wisdom, your joy, your pains, your blessings with them, right? For those in the singles, accepting who you are. This can also be accepting a situation for what it is. So if you approach this person and they're like, no, it's accepting that, but also learning to be okay with it. And how do you do that? By being sure and solid with yourself. And with the King of Cups, you are emotionally solid, because you may have left or ended a connection previous, and you've healed from it, and you've learned a lot about yourself. So what that is saying is learning to accept other people's opinions, decisions, right? If it differs to yours. Learning to accept and embrace who you are and others. Okay, let's get a card from the My Healing Oracle as guidance and medicine. So this is from Danny Duarte, and you can find it on Etsy. Okay. You have here, oops, another card just popped out too. So we have here, what is the action for your self-reflection question? The tonal energy is 4. We have the new moon, so new beginnings, fresh start. We have the fire elemental. We have the, that is more the spiritual elemental, sorry. We have the sacral chakra, and we have the owl, and it says the service. Now it says, I nourish myself, persist, and understand how to find happiness. So how are you going to go about finding happiness? That's the, what is the action? What action should I take in order to find my happiness, right? And we have here in this new beginning, this fresh start, the changes that's occurring. We have the volcanoes as the power symbol. So it's like anything that is bottled up, that is buried, is coming up to the surface for you to face, and how you're going to overcome them, how you're going to move with it. And the owl energy is to listen to your inner guidance, but also the wisdom that comes from within. And it's also telling me that these experiences are giving you new understanding of yourself and others. So you're gaining wisdom from this change. You also received the medicine card, and it says here, spirit, communicate, breath. Now for your essential oil, marjoram. For your crystal, turquoise. And for your botanical, bush gardenia. Card number 2. And the power symbol here is clouds or wind, right? We have wind. Oh, and it says here at the bottom, the wind. So the message says, I let the flow of life guide my paths and fulfill my purpose, going with the flow. And this is telling me that spirit is communicating with you on how to overcome certain obstacles on this path. You are going with the flow. You can use turquoise, marjoram essential oils diluted with, of course, with grapeseed oil or extra virgin olive oil to guide you on this, or bush gardenia around you. But the wind energy is all about communicating, listening to the guidance of spirit, and communicating with each other. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.